Here's your Weather Authority's forecast first from WTAJ.
Yeah, good morning. I'm meteorologist Mark Mancuso with you, and the radar is already active this morning. Look at the line of downpours from near St. Mary's right down into Altoona. Here in the studios, you can hear the rain coming down on the roof. There's more to come, and it does look like it'll be soggy at least through the mid-afternoon hours. Showers will taper off this evening. All the details coming up. Your news at 6 starts now.
Rutter's has your mornings covered with 2 for $6 breakfast sandwiches. Offer valid for a limited time. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
From your news leader, this is WTAJ News This Morning.
Good morning, Central Pennsylvania. It is Friday, October 20th. I'm Alyssa Royster. We start the morning in Huntington County, where closing arguments in a murder trial are slated for today. Cole Campbell was on the stand yesterday. He is charged with homicide for allegedly shooting and killing Timothy Skipper back in April. Welcome back. This morning, the House is expected to enter a third round of voting for its next speaker. The party's nominee, Ohio Republican Jim Jordan, fell short of a majority twice this week. CBS News correspondent Naomi Ruckham explains how the GOP plans to move forward as Jordan works to win over his opposition.
For the third time this week, the House of Representatives will convene to vote on Republican Jim Jordan as the next House Speaker.
From your news leader, this is WTAJ News Saturday Morning.
Good Saturday morning, Central PA, and thanks so much for waking up with me, Alyssa Royster. So you know that game at the fair, the one where you toss a ping pong ball into a bowl? Seems easy, but tell me why every time I try to do it, it bounces right off. But if it did go in, the prize is none other than a goldfish. Taking it home in that plastic bag, usually you put the fish in a bowl and that's where it stays. But Garnet the goldfish, you'll catch him on the sidelines watching some football.
If you watched the FSU game on Saturday, you might have been wondering what in the world is a fish doing at this football game.
Welcome back. Halloween is in just 3 days and people are ready to go all out in their costumes, including these babies in the NICU. One, two, three. Barbies, pumpkins, and butterflies are taking over the neonatal intensive care unit at St. Luke's Hospital in Missouri. The nurses there let families pick out any costume they want, saying despite being stuck in a hospital, parents shouldn't be robbed of getting to celebrate the holidays with their little ones.
Coming up on this Sunday morning, a new way to look at the fall leaves. How you can take a ride of a lifetime while soaking in some gorgeous views. Plus, we'll show you one of the largest and most intricate corn mazes in the entire country. You might have tried finding love on apps or blind dates, but what about the drive-thru? How love can sometimes come from where you least expect it. Mountain climbers call it the 7 Summits Challenge, reaching the highest peak on all 7 continents. We show you a man with a similar goal, a bit closer to the ground. And a unique find, this original 1981 DeLorean was found in a barn with only 977 miles on it. The story behind it coming up.
From your news leader, this is WTAJ News Sunday Morning.
I am so happy you're starting your Sunday with me today. I don't know about you, but I have been noticing the beautiful, vibrant fall colors lately. Drives are absolutely gorgeous, and if it looks that pretty from eye level, imagine what it would look like from the sky. Here's one way to experience the fall foliage from the seat of a historic aircraft.
Can you see the look of fear in my eyes?
No.
Traveling back in time in the seat of a 1929 New Standard D-25.
If you're single and you don't want to be, come work at Chick-fil-A.
It's a doubles as a matchmaking service?
Yeah, apparently.
All right, there you have it. You can find love at Chick-fil-A, but I'm actually starting to believe that this may be a thing because last week I showed you the story of a couple in Tennessee getting married at the fast food chain. And this week we show you couples finding love in an unlikely place, and the lovebirds are sharing their own nuggets of advice.
You guys have a good one.
It's a happy day at Chick-fil-A.
Thank you.
From your news leader, this is WTAJ News.
Good morning. It is Friday, October 20th. I'm Alyssa Royster with a look at the day's top stories. Canoe Creek State Park in Blair County is getting grant money for a new upgrade. The park just got 2 easy access kayak dock launches that will replace existing docks. Park officials say they'll help people get in and out by stabilizing the kayak. One dock is at the East Shore boat launch and the other is at the spillway. Meantime, several nonprofits in our area are getting a boost in funding thanks to an anonymous donor. The Wellington Fund in Johnstown announced that 8 organizations are getting a total of $110,000. The money will support projects focused on education, mentorship, and feeding the hungry. The largest gift of $25,000 will go to the Flood City Youth Fitness Program. We posted a full list of which organizations are receiving grants over on our website, WTAJ.com. Now check of your forecast with Mark Mancuso. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Alyssa. I think I need an anonymous donor in my life. That would be nice. As we take a look at what's going on today, there's rain on the horizon. We've already had a little taste of the rain, but there's some heavier downpours to the west as this cold front approaches. Stepping outside this morning is nice and mild. We're about 15 to 20 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. Temperatures will stay mostly in the mid to upper 50s. Few spots could tickle 60 degrees, but for the weekend, once that front moves through, we'll see cooler air coming in and it should be quite blustery. And that could pave the way for the potential for some frost in the mornings early next week, but hang in there. Milder air right around the corner.
Good morning. Welcome into Studio 814. I'm Rebecca Petner. Morgan is out live in the 814 at Conklin's Corner. We're going to be checking in with her in just a bit. So you may remember the WTAJ Pumpkin Carving Challenge. Well, you voted, the results are in, and there's something monumental happening on the show today. So we're going to start with what some people may call a loser, and that is Andrew Clay. Andrew Clay, our sports director, came in at the very bottom of the totem pole with the votes.
Clean up the floor.
We might need a broom and a shower. We've got a lot more still to come on the show, including this. We've got some costume ideas from HalloweenCostumes.com. You see Morgan and I there. We've got some more ideas coming up. Morgan.
Hey, plus, I might not have been able to be there for the pie-in-the-face fun, but I'm here having my own sorts of fun at Conklin's Corner Antique and Gift Barn here in Phillipsburg. We've got more on their 75% off Halloween deals, all the fall decor. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome back. Time to go into the 814 with the holidays right around the corner, including Thanksgiving and Christmas. Our Morgan Cozier thought it would be a really fun idea to take you to Conklin's Corner all the way out in Phillipsburg. Morgan is going to be showing us a lot of great decor that they have there. They've got decorations, accessories, boutique items for the ladies. I know last year Morgan actually got a really cute frock that she wears that almost looks like she's from Scotland. And then also I got these wonderful earrings and necklace that were absolutely stunning. So now we're going to see what Conklin's is offering for the holidays this season. Morgan, what's going on out there?
Bath Fitter presents Forecast First from WTAJ.
I'm meteorologist Mark Mancuso, and here's our Skynet from State College from the Tailored Closet. Well, it's showing us what we all know. It's wet out there, so if you are doing some traveling, make sure you leave your low beams on so the other motorists can see you. Here's the latest radar, and you can see the rain stretching from State College down past Altoona into Bedford. This is the main band of downpours. That'll be shifting eastward and tapering to showers tonight. Stay with us. Your news at noon is next.
From your news leader, this is WTAJ News at Noon.
Good afternoon, Central Pennsylvania, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Alyssa Royster. We begin today with an update. You may remember this man. 51-year-old Raymond Oshel Jr. He's the Altoona man that allegedly killed his neighbor and lived with the body for days. Now he's being accused of stabbing 2 inmates at the Blair County Prison on Thursday, October 19th. According to Blair County District Attorney Pete Weeks, Oshel is under investigation into the stabbings. No charges have been filed at this time. Welcome back. We're looking into the growing no phone movement in schools. Up to 95% of teens own a cell phone, and kids can receive about 500 notifications a day, many during school hours, making it hard for them to concentrate. Meg Oliver spoke to a social psychologist who calls the problem worse than vaping. Meg takes us inside one school that decided to do something about it.
For students at Newburgh Free Academy in New York, the first assignment of the day, locking their phones in pouches made by the company Yonder for 7 hours, including lunch.
Here's your Weather Authority's forecast first from WTAJ.
Rain is on. Here we are this afternoon. Take a look at Viper. It is lit up, and we are talking about lots of green on the screen. Looks like a Christmas tree with all those colors. We're going to break this forecast down. Stay with us. Your News at 4 starts right now.
Right now at 4, State College Borough needs your help to decide important upcoming projects. Plus, 2 of our area's popular October traditions are back this weekend. We're going to show you how you can get involved. And a night of praise is coming to Johnstown this weekend with the goal of bringing the community together. We have a preview on Johnstown Sings.
From your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 4.
Thanks so much for joining us for WTAJ News at 4. I'm Maggie Smolka. We begin tonight with breaking news out of Huntington County, where the verdict for a murder trial is in. Cole Campbell is found not guilty on both murder counts for shooting and killing Timothy Skipper back in April. However, he is found guilty of voluntary manslaughter. Skipper was shot 3 times at a home in Clay Township. Campbell's attorney argued yesterday it was self-defense. Welcome back. New details on the race for House Speaker as the Republican Party continues to debate who should take the job. CBS News correspondent Willie James Inman has more.
Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio has dropped out of the race to become Speaker of the House after his Republican colleagues voted to withdraw their support in a secret ballot.
Here's your Weather Authority's forecast first from WTAJ.
All right, we are talking about a wet go of it here on a Friday. Viper is busy. We've got rain moving through, more showers on the way, and some heavier downpours that could put a damper on your evening plans. I'm going to break that down in the weekend forecast coming up. Your News at 5 starts right now.
Right now at 5, a murder suspect in Blair County Prison now accused of stabbing 2 inmates. Plus, synagogues and houses of worship stepping up security across the state as the turmoil in the Middle East creates unease here at home. And getting ready for a big matchup. Penn State football takes on Ohio State tomorrow. We have a crew there getting you ready for the game.
From your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 5.
Thanks so much for watching WTAJ News at 5. I'm Maggie Smolka. We are going to get to those top stories in just a moment, but first, we have an update on a murder trial in Huntington County. A jury has found Cole Campbell not guilty on 2 murder charges, but guilty on voluntary manslaughter and aggravated assault. Campbell was on trial for the shooting of Timothy Skipper back in April. Police say Skipper got into an argument with Campbell that led to Campbell pointing a gun and shooting Skipper. Campbell's defense attorney Thomas Dickey says the shooting was an act of self-defense and that he believed the evidence would show that. Welcome back, everyone. There's hopeful news out of Israel. Hamas has released 2 American hostages. President Biden said in a statement he was overjoyed that they will soon be reunited with their family and that the U.S. will not cease efforts to secure the release of those still being held. Tina Kraus has the very latest.
In making his case for this aid package, President Biden emphasized the need to fight against terrorists and dictators. And he said making our allies safer will also make the country safer.
Here's your Weather Authority's forecast first from WTAJ.
Good evening. Thanks for watching. Here we go. Talking about another round of rain moving in. Viper is getting busy. Du Bois, Punxsutawney, just south around Indiana. Some heavy rain with this next front that we're watching. So keep an eye to the sky and keep an eye on your WTAJ app. But we're going to have more coming up right here about the weekend outlook and what it turns into, and then a better setup ahead. More of that coming up. Your news at 5:30 starts now.
From your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 5:30.
Tonight at 5:30, I'm Maggie Smolka. We begin tonight in Huntington County, where the verdict for a murder trial is in. Cole Campbell is found not guilty on both murder counts for shooting and killing Timothy Skipper back in April. However, he is found guilty of voluntary manslaughter. Skipper was shot 3 times at a home in Clay Township. Campbell's attorney argued yesterday it was self-defense. Welcome back, everyone. Democrats and Republicans in Congress are working together to prevent artificial intelligence from stealing the name, image, and likeness of songwriters, actors, and other artists. Jesse Tenor reports on the debate around their new bill.
Familiar faces and songs cover the walls of Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn's office as thank yous for her work to secure copyright protections and compensation for artists. Blackburn's advocacy is now turning to the latest threat facing the entertainment industry: artificial intelligence.
So Mexico City came alive last night. There were hundreds of skeletons parading on the capital's main boulevard, part of the Day of the Dead festivities. Both the people who live there and visitors got dressed up as the iconic Mexican skeleton La Catrina. Do you know about that, Christopher? Neither do I. The parade is one of the city's many events for, think of this, Day of the Dead. It's a pre-Hispanic tradition in which families remember their dead and celebrate the continuity of life. La Catrina. WTAJ News at 6 starts right now.
From your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 6.
Tonight, a ruling in an injunction case against former Du Bois city manager Herm Simplicio. I'm going to tell you what it means.
Today, Christopher Akins pleaded guilty to all of the charges against him, every single count.
The Blair County District Attorney said that ended up being more than 40 charges. Tonight, we're learning what it means for his future. Thanks so much for joining us at 6. I'm Marty Radovanik, and we begin with that story tonight. The plea happened as jury selection was underway this morning, and it came nearly 2 years after the accidental shooting death of Blair County officer Rhonda Russell. Leanna Wells has been following this. She was in the courtroom today. She's live in the studio now. Leanna, tell us more.
Well, Marty, I spoke with Blair County District Attorney Pete Weeks and the first assistant DA after that guilty plea was handed down this morning. They said not only were they fully prepared to go to trial when Christopher Akins made that plea, but they were pleased that it was made. Akins was charged in the accidental shooting death of Rhonda Russell in November 2021. He was awaiting a preliminary trial for a separate case when he attempted to escape and tried to take Russell's gun in a holding cell.
Welcome back, everyone. Following the Hamas attack on Israel, President Biden is asking Congress to approve more than $100 billion in aid. The package is meant to help Israel, but also other allies and causes. Washington correspondent Alexandra Lamone explains.
In making his case for this aid package, President Biden emphasized the need to fight against terrorists and dictators. And he said making our allies safer will also make the country safer.
Here's your Weather Authority's forecast first from WTAJ.
A live look at our numbers here. We're cooling down in a hurry. We're seeing the 30s in Punxsutawney and Huntington now already. You know it's going to be a cool night. Some areas of frost to greet us on a Tuesday. Then it really warms up, well above the average. I'll let you know how warm it gets over the next few days. Coming up, your news at 11 starts now.
From your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 11.
Right now at 11, a right-wing speaker returns to Penn State tonight after his event was canceled last year.
Plus, new legislation from an area representative aims to help kids stay safe when getting on and off the school bus. Thanks so much for staying up with us tonight. I'm Maggie Smolka.
I'm Marty Radovanek. The man charged in an accidental shooting death of a Blair County prison guard, Rhonda Russell, pleads guilty to all charges that include second-degree murder.
This happened as jury selection was underway this morning. Back in 2021, Christopher Akins was awaiting trial for a separate case when he tried to take Russell's gun in a holding cell. That's when an argument broke out and Russell was shot by the late Altoona Police Sergeant George Beislein. Weeks says that he hopes the conviction brings Officer Russell's family and friends some small measure of peace and comfort.
And Hamas now releasing 2 more hostages from Gaza.
The 2 Israeli women found freedom 3 days after an American mother and her teenage daughter were let go.
CBS News correspondent Tina Kraus is in Tel Aviv with the latest on the war.
It's okay, let's go.
Video distributed by Hamas appears to show 85-year-old Yocheved Lifshitz shake hands with one of her captors as they set her free.
Welcome to WTAJ's award-winning sports beat.
We are here. Who can believe it? It's 11:10. Welcome to Sports Beat. It is week 9, which means we are getting real close here to the playoffs. And I wish I could tell you more if we wanted to run the prompt. Thank you very much. We'll be talking playoffs in 2 weeks. I'm Jordan Tracy.
And I'm Jordan Mansberger. That's a name so nice you got to say it twice. We begin this week in the ICC where Northern Bedford takes on Windber.
That's right. The Panthers are rolling it this year. Undefeated heading into this one. The Ramblers had a hot start and are looking to get healthy before playoff time. Let's do it. Windber hosting Northern Bedford.
Off a difficult loss to Ohio State, it's a critical Big Ten matchup as Penn State hopes to right the ship. Coming up on this week's show, we'll spend a little extra time on the Buckeyes and break down Penn State's offensive struggles in this week's one-on-one. Plus, going local, Penn State embraces local restaurants in a way often not seen inside stadiums. And trick or treat, what is it? Why spoil the fun? It's our timely news segment, and it's about 10 minutes away. Penn State is back in Beaver Stadium. It's Indiana week, and never has James Franklin 1-0 mentality been more important. Let's get you set for kickoff. It's Nittany Nation Gameday.
The money is talking, I'm flowing, it's coming in just how I drew it. Yeah, you know what it is. Hey, we doing it big. Look up, there is no limit, no, we cannot settle for this. Yeah, can't stop, nah, won't stop. Yeah, it's been on live. You don't believe it, just watch.
I think it's more than fair to judge me and my staff for all of it, right? I mean, that's what it's about. The good, the bad, the consistency.
James Franklin this week on his record against the Buckeyes. We'll get into that coming up a little bit later. Welcome inside another edition of Nittany Nation Game Day. I'm Andrew Clay, Ryan Risky by my side. Ryan, the phrase of the week, bounce back.
Yeah, Saturday's loss is still a little bitter taste in everyone's mouth, but as you said last week in Columbus, it's important this bruise doesn't turn into compound fracture. That's not always been easy for this Penn State team under James Franklin. The team is just 16-16 after a loss since 2014.
You're watching Nittany Nation Game Day.
You feel like you called a very unpredictable call in a situation, and they're in the perfect defense for it, and you're sitting there saying, well, how is that? And if it happens once, that's one thing, but if it happens over and over, then you're aware of it. So for us, that's something that we always are looking at, but obviously with some of the things that are going on right now, it magnifies it.